One of the worst games of basketball the Raptors have played this season. They fall 115-103 to the Brooklyn Nets, and it feels like everything you worry about for the Raptors this season that could go wrong in games, it feels like all of those accumulated together today to produce this night against Brooklyn, and we fall to 8-10. Let's get into our post-game show here. If you have enjoyed and enjoy, smash that like button. It does make a big difference to the channel. You may not have enjoyed the Raptors game. You may enjoy what you see from the content. So smash that like button and subscribe because we do content like this for every Raptors game. Tons of Raptors games, tons of content. Subscribe to the channel, support Amateur. But this one was tough. This one was very tough. It was a really good third quarter by the Raptors, but ultimately this game was just ugly from start to finish. Low scoring. Picked up in the fourth quarter for the Brooklyn Nets because they just kept on hitting threes. But the Raptors' offense is completely, utterly broken. And usually the offense is bad, but there's like one guy who kind of makes up for it. Today, I guess that kind of was Gary Trent, but there wasn't really any good performances other than Trent and other than Chris Boucher today. It was just horrible from so many different players. A complete lack of aggression at the rim in the first half. In the second half, more aggression, no finesse the rim, so many missed shots, so many missed easy takes, easy makes, and Brooklyn, they get the shots late, and they win the game. Another game as well where the Raptors are horrible from the line. That affects their performance, makes it more difficult, and here we are. We lose 115-103. Even worse, beyond the Raptors loss, because we let Brooklyn beat us, we actually allow the Boston Celtics to advance in the in-season tournament. If we had beaten Brooklyn today, Boston would have been probably, I mean, they could have been a wild card, but we guarantee Boston in the next round because we let Brooklyn beat us. That's even worse. That stings even more. Let's get into the box score because I got to tell you about this game. Siakam goes 6 of 18. Thankfully, he stopped shooting as many threes, but he just wasn't making anything, was smoking layups here and there. 17 points, 10 rebounds. It's a bad game. It's 6 of 18. OG, bad game. He's 4 of 12. He wasn't hitting his shots, had a lot of looks at the rim, wasn't making any of them. I'll get to Barnes in a second here. Dennis Schroeder, 5 of 15, 2 of 5 from 3, 14 points, 9 assists. Bad game. He couldn't make anything. Could not make anything. Pirtle, 3 of 5. Actually, Pirtle's solid today. Shout out Jakob Poeltl. 4 assists, 9 rebounds, 6 points. All right, here's where I have problems. Scottie Barnes, 5 of 19. 5 of 19 for Scottie Barnes. Goes 3 of 7 from 3. That's pretty good. This is like one of the worst 17, 11, 6, 3 performances I've ever seen. Let's do the math here. 3 of 7 from 3. He went 2 of 12 from 2. 2 of 12 from 2. In the first half, he was 1 of 9 from 2. Oh, no. He was No. He was He had no 2-point. I don't think he had a 2-point field goal make in the first half. Either that or he had 1. Second half, his only 2-point makes were a steal off of an inbound where he was wide open, and it was a reverse dunk, which was pretty cool. And then I think he had a tip-in as well. But he smoked a bunch of layups, smoked a bunch of tip-ins, and overall just like it was like he wasn't even interested in trying to score in the first half. Spencer Dinwiddie was his primary matchup on offense. Spencer Dinwiddie, like, does he need any more of an invitation to try and be aggressive, try and post up, try and make something happen at the rim? Like, even if he's not scoring, he backs him down and creates advantages, but he wasn't even doing that. So, like, there's good spots in his game. Like, the 3 of 7 from 3 is nice. The 11 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals is obviously nice. But, like, I really hate the Siakam and Barnes can't coexist discourse because, like, there's games like this where they both have tons of shots and they both can't score to save their lives. Siakam just could not score today. Barnes just outright refused to get good looks for himself for the majority of this game. So I hate the discourse they can't coexist successfully. They can. They just need Barnes to continue to be aggressive with the ball in his hands. And they need Darko to create plays where Barnes doesn't have to ISO. Like, get Barnes the ball in his hands at the rim. Get him the ball while he's there. Don't have him create the look for himself. Get him the ball down there. These two would be fine together. They'd score plenty of points together. That's where, like, the frustration comes. But just no answer for the Raptors offense here. Claxton as a rim protector could not get by him. He finishes with 4 blocks in this game. Bridges is a good defender. Finney-Smith is a good defender. They gave us problems today. Dinwiddie, for some reason, was a really good defender tonight. And all over the board, our starters got smoked. Siakam is minus 14. Anunoby's minus 14. Barnes minus 22. We actually had a good Gary Trent game and didn't use it. He was 7 of 12, 1 of 4 from 3. Achua is a non-factor in this game. You really struggle to give Achua minutes. Like, you just do. He's so bad. Boucher was great. I thought they should have used him more, especially instead of Achua. Boucher goes 5 of 7, 3 of 4 from 3. Team stats, I'm a bit scared. Yeah. Some threes make up for our field goal percentage, but we shoot 38.6% from the field. They shoot 45. Like, this was a bad game. Free throws cost us a bit for back-to-back games. We go 12 of 19. Oh, man. It's just our half-court offense is broken. I said at the start here, like, there's every piece of like, everything that could go wrong for the team. Like, no one main player shined today. Our half-court offense cannot create consistent offense. We have no way of getting easy buckets. Like, when we play a big team like this, like, our only easy buckets, the only way we score easy buckets are Siakam post-ups. But then you get games like this where it's a big team, which makes it more difficult for Siakam, and Siakam just straight up, like, has a bad night as well. And then that's it. Like, you don't have the one thing you can use. You have nothing. Like, there's nothing. The team can't do anything. So that's what we got today, and that is why we lose. So this is troublesome. I mean, we said at the start of stream, like, the term, like, must win is a bit overused, for sure. But, like, this kind of had the makings of what would be a must-win game when you consider the upcoming schedule for the Raptors. So I was unaware that actually you get 2 extra games if you're eliminated from the in-season tournament group stage. So we have 2 upcoming games in between these 2 Knicks games, but you have the Suns and Knicks before those 2 extra games come in. Then you get the Knicks again. Then you get the Hawks twice. You have an easier game against the Hornets. That will likely be a must-win. And you have then the Nuggets and Sixers. Like, it's an unkind schedule on the horizon for the Raptors. This felt like the type of game you needed to get back to 500, but instead, like, you fall to 2 games under. You're playing the streaking Suns tomorrow. Tomorrow you're playing the streaking Suns, who I believe have the night off. Like, that's going to be pretty close to a scheduled win for the Phoenix Suns tomorrow. I don't know. Depending on who's available. Like, if Kevin Durant's back, I don't know. With injuries, you never know with that team. But the Suns got to feel confident heading into that game. The Raptors have themselves in a tough spot here. And how many performances like this are we going to get this season? How many of these we can't score performances? I always say, like, we're susceptible to nights like this where we can't score. It's like every night almost. It's almost every single night we have games like this. And it's becoming easier to watch because I'm just expecting it now. That's the problem. It's like, this is what we are. I'm starting to accept our fate as this team who has no way of scoring, in isolation, in half court. So this is what we get. Well, that's it. If you did enjoy, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel as well for more Raptors content like this. We'll be back tomorrow as the Raptors take on the Phoenix Suns for worse or wear.